You know, I don't think it could have been a grayer, more depressing day. But it was a little hard, you know, being able to coordinate an appointment with Denise because of her circumstances. Denise is a single mom, and I had received a call from MHMR and wanted to go visit with her to see how we could help. Her son, Damien, he's 14, and he's like 5'11", 200 pounds, and he was so sweet. And when I walked in and met him, and of course he didn't want to put away his Legos. He's like, "Mom, no, I don't want to put away my Legos." And he plopped down on his bed and said, "Mommy, I can't get up." So even though he's 14, probably seemed like he's about 5. He's a sweet little boy. And Denise has a daughter, Isidra, 16, very bright, eclectic, creative. But she seemed really anxious, and I knew something wasn't quite right, but I thought, oh, that's okay. So I just stopped and sat down and let her banter on like a teenager does, and you know, we spent several hours just sitting, getting to know one another, and she shared that she had some struggles, but that she was getting better, and she said that she's being homeschooled now by her mom, and that it's helping her. But sometimes that it's still hard to get through the work and get through the day, and sometimes everything feels overwhelming. But Isidra said, you know, I'm trying hard. And I knew that I wasn't sure what the struggle was, but I could see that she was really trying to have things be better. And then later on I asked Denise, you know, if we could have just some time together, just she and I, just to look at the house. And I mean, you know, it's always this way. Every wall is so dingy, depressing, dark. Beds are on the floor, as always. Makeshift bedding, no real window coverings to speak of. Things in disarray, of course, in light of their circumstances, yes. But I wanted to spend just some time with her myself, without the kids, you know, around, and just so that we could talk about the needs of Damien and how he functioned in the space or didn't function. Because, you know, one of the things is Damien accidentally broke the sink in the main bathroom. So, you know, not only is everything dingy and just disorganized and makeshift, the bathroom is dysfunctional. Sink's partway off the wall, the toilet's not on properly. And it's just the way it is, because he is very physical and has a lot of special needs. So anyway, we took some time and we were walking around and talking, and then, you know, as we were finishing up, we walked through the dining room area, and it was so pouring down rain. And I was looking out the back door, and I said, I know it's raining outside, but can we go outside briefly just so I can take a look at, you know, the space, just really quickly. And Denise didn't respond. I mean, it was pouring down rain. Pouring. And I looked over at her, and she was standing there crying, looking out the window. And I said, I don't know what's wrong, Denise, but you can talk to me. You can talk to me. And I gave her a moment, and then and she said, I don't share this with anyone. I've never said it out loud. But since we've been working with a counselor, I know I've got to say it out loud. I know I have to share in order to get better. And I said, well, that's why we're here. And she said, I will never forget that pouring down rain. She said, Catherine, when their dad walked out of our life 2 years ago, it was a lot of chaos. I was a paraprofessional. I came home from work and I found my daughter. She was hanging in the tree in the backyard. And I had to run out there and I had to hold her up. And I had to hold her until the police came to get her down. And I've never walked back out there again. She just couldn't take, she just had a complete and total meltdown about herself, her life, her everything. She just wanted to give up. You know, I felt the agony of that moment with her. Just, there is nothing more painful than that kind of agony. I mean, she survived, but there was no hope. No hope. They felt no hope, and they have felt no hope. She's just going from day to day, barely surviving. We just stood there. There's no fixing that. The only possibility of redemption is God. And I know God can redeem. I know, I've seen, I've witnessed, I have experienced his redemption. And I know that he can redeem them. He can restore them. And I looked at Denise and I said, I'm going to tell you, Denise, God sent us here. He wants to reclaim this space from your pain. He does. He wants to make it new. He wants to renew you. He wants to restore you. He wants to reclaim this space so that you can freely enjoy this space with your children. And he can do it, and he will do it. That is why he sent us. He brought us to this space where you could share your pain. And I'm so thankful. He brought you to this moment so that you could truly see his divine intervention. And that's what God does. He intervenes in our pain. God always makes a way, and God will bring beauty from ashes. We never know when God invites us to join Him what the assignment will be. And I can tell you, on that day, standing there in the pain and anguish of our next Welcome Home project was a difficult and painful moment. And the only thing that I could hang on to at that moment was the fact that Christ has the power to resurrect and restore. And I knew in my heart that He had sent our church there to do exactly that, to show Denise that He can restore her life with her children, that He can bring, just as Isaiah said, beauty from ashes. And I told her that we would come and surprise her with some much needed restoration. And on May 21st, we're going to spend the day restoring and renewing the backyard, reclaiming that backyard from the pain and anguish that she has felt, so that when the family walks out there, they will know His joy and His resurrection power. The fence is going to be repaired. The trees are trimmed. We are going to make it beautiful. And God is going to make a way for that to happen with landscaping. It is going to be renewed. We'll spend the day cleaning and organizing, and we also want to surprise Mom with a new bedroom, painted bedding, a bed that's actually off the floor, to give her the sense of His renewal, to give her the strength that she needs in order to carry on and be the mom that she is so demanding and that she needs to be to Damien and to Isidra. It is our opportunity, really. In light of so much pain and agony, God invited you and I into that place. He brought us to that place of pain and agony. Why? Because He knew that we could bring restoration if we said yes to Him and His power. Because He says, I am the power, I am the way, I am the resurrection. And through Him, you and I can resurrect and renew their home. We can reclaim that backyard in Jesus' name out of pain and bring that beauty from ashes. Every single one of us can be a part of His resurrection power. All we have to do is say yes. We can donate financially. We've got to buy bedding, vanities, fix the sink, do the bed, do the backyard. There are a lot of things we need to do. We can also work physically together on that Sunday to make it all happen. Whatever part God calls you to be a part of, He does call you, and He calls you to be a part of His resurrection power. His resurrection power, that power of renewal, He has given to you and I. He said when He left that He would leave us greater power than what He had. You and I, when we say yes to God's invitation, we have the opportunity to share with this family that renewal that is beyond comprehension. Just as that pain and agony has been beyond comprehension for them, God is going to bring immeasurable joy, restoration, and beauty from ashes to them. Join us.